So here's the truth about award search tools like PointMe, Seats.Aero, PointsYeah, etc. But first, let me tell you a quick story. I am what some people would call a lurker. I am in a few award travel Facebook groups, and I'm not on there a lot, but I like to check out the comments, and every so often I will see a comment that says something negative about award search tools, something along the lines of you really shouldn't use them, you should search on the airlines page, etc., etc. They're not very helpful. And I'm like, what? Because if you've seen my channel, you know that I'm a big fan of these award search tools, and I think they make your life a lot easier when searching for award flights if you know how to use them. And I like to do my best to try to teach y'all how to use these tools to find what you need. And now it kind of reminds me of like a math teacher trying to tell you that, oh, you shouldn't use your calculator because you're not going to have one on you at all times. And boy, were they wrong. Anyway, after all this time using these tools, I will say there is some merit to their arguments. In fact, there are 3 main flaws and cons that you need to be aware of before using these award search tools. Lucky for you, in this video, I'm going to review all 3 of these, and I am going to show you what you could do to either bypass it or accommodate it so that way you can still end up ahead and find award flights faster and easier. Now, sorry for the long intro, or what some may call a rant, but let's go ahead and get into number 1, and that's going to be outages. So what an outage is when an award search tool just doesn't pick up an airline's availability at all. So it's not just missing 1 or 2 award flights, it's missing the entire program altogether when it should be searching it like advertised. And now, to their credit, Seats.Aero, one of the award search tools, is the most transparent in terms of letting you know when these outages occur. Now, they won't notify you per se, but if you go under Tools, under the menu, and then select System Status, it'll take you to this page, and it will show you all the different airline partners that they track, and it will tell you if their status is healthy or if there's an outage. For instance, currently there is an outage with Air France and KLM, as well as Eurobonus down here. And if we go search for Flying Blue on their website, it'll show you here, due to recent changes made by Air France, we are no longer able to search for award availability. So that's one way of being aware of an outage, and if it's true for Seats.Aero, such as the Flying Blue outage, then more than likely it's also going to be true with PointsYeah, an award tool as well. However, the issue is that Seats.Aero doesn't track all the same award programs that PointsYeah, an award tool, uses, specifically ones like Avianca Life Miles and Turkish Miles and Smiles, and so there's not really an easy way of knowing about those outages. It just comes down to if you don't see any award space on those search tools, where you expect to see it. The second issue, it's not as quite severe as an outage, but it is within the same lines here, and that issue is a problem of holes. Holes is what I call it whenever an award search tool works and searches the program overall, but it misses award availability on certain dates. For instance, it may find a flight on a Wednesday, but it doesn't find a flight on a Friday when there is actually award availability on Friday if you were to search the airline's website. And then there's also theoretically an issue of phantom award availability. What that is whenever you find an award flight, but then whenever you go to book it, it's actually not available to book with points and miles. And now, I personally haven't run into this or seen this issue with an award search tool. I think it's more of an airline issue whenever they release phantom award availability and the search tool just picks up on that because the airline's putting it out. However, despite whose fault it is, just be aware that that may be an issue, although it's rare. It's not very specific to award search tools itself. Now, third of all, and maybe the most obvious, is that these tools don't search all of the airline programs out there. And if you only rely on searching the award programs that these tools search for, then you may be missing out on a lot of great deals. And so knowing which programs to search for the deals you're looking for can be very important to finding what you're looking for. So now, those are the 3 problems. Let's talk about some of these remedies to these issues. We're going to go in reverse order that we presented these problems. And so first off, you're going to want to search some of the airline partners that these award search tools don't actually search on. Some of the best search partners that these tools don't really look at that may be worth looking into include ANA, British Airways, other Avios partners such as Qatar and Aer Lingus, then also Singapore and Cathay Pacific Airlines. Now, I wouldn't go searching on all these different airline programs for every time you're looking for an award flight. So how do you really know which one is worth checking out? Well, first off, I would recommend that you look up the destination you want to go to and figure out which transfer partners are best to use. And then if any of those partners include the ones I just listed, definitely check out those websites. Speaking of which, I do have a lot of guides for specific destinations that list out all the best transfer partners to use, so be sure to check that out with the playlist I'll have linked for you down below in the description and at the end of the video. Now, the second remedy here, it may take a little bit of time, but really trying to understand which airlines belong to which airline alliance can go a long way, because this can give you some clues as far as if there's an outage or a hole going on one of these award search tools and trigger you to look deeper into that airline's website. For example, let's say we're trying to find a flight flight from Houston to Honolulu in January, and we're trying to find that sweet Turkish Airlines deal of just 10,000 points one way. If we load up this search, as we can see, there's nothing available on Turkish Airlines. However, I do see some flights on Avianca Life Miles that are available. So if I filter out for this real quick, it tells me that there are a bunch of United flights available on all of these dates on Life Miles. And now I know that Life Miles is in the Star Alliance with United. That's how we're able to find that. And I also know that they are in the same alliance as Turkish Airlines. Now, in my head, I kind of have these two paired up. If I find availability on one, I might be able to find availability on the other. And so if we just double check this availability on Avianca's website on January 26th, we see that there is a flight available on Life Miles. And then if you go ahead and put in that same information in Turkish's website and do a search, you can actually see that there is that flight available. There's actually a second one available as well. And so this is how knowing which airlines partner with which alliances and other airline partners can be helpful, because if we don't see Turkish Airlines as an option but we do see Avianca, then we can maybe take that as a clue to search on Turkish's website for the dates that are available on Avianca. And likewise, if we're trying to find award availability on Qatar, for instance, we can look at other One World Alliance partners by looking at American or Alaska Airlines, etc. Now, if you're wondering how do you learn which airlines belong to which alliance, or if you're asking the question, is there like a free download that will help me with this? Well, then the answer is yes. This is my transfer partner guide, and it is free to download in the link in the description and in the pinned comment here. And it has all the different transfer partners of all the different credit cards, but it also has them organized by which alliance they belong into. So this would be very helpful for you in this regard. And while you're at it, go ahead, take a second, make sure to like this video if it's been helpful for you so far. And be sure to check to see if you're subscribed. If you watch 3 of my videos, I would like to see you subscribed. I would appreciate it. All right, and now the third remedy is just that sometimes running that search again on the Award Search tool will help fill up those holes or any issues that you had on that first search. It doesn't happen often. Sometimes it's just a plain old outage, but it may be worth trying if you don't want to search on that airline website. So now that you know the issues that you may face with these Award Search tools and how to navigate them, your next question is which one is best for me and which one should I be using? Because new tools are popping up left and right, and it really kind of depends as far as where you're trying to go, where you're flying from, and some other different factors in terms of which tool is best for you. Now, lucky for you, I did create an Award Search Toolkit is what I call it. It's free to download and it's down in the description or in the pinned comment, so be sure to check that out. I cover all the different award tools out there, and I give you my personal take as far as which ones I do and don't use and for what reasons. Additionally, I did curate a playlist of all the different award tools that I've reviewed in the past, and you can see those videos here. My name is Michael with Nurse Michael Travels. Be sure to check those out. I'll see you in the next one.